NFL on EA Sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking a field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
On the double. Mike, 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. So we got man. Deep.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
56 to Mike. 56. Hey, orbit.
They are going for it. It's Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at my coach. Why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
On second down, it's Coleman. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes
they haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting him score a touchdown versus holding him to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the pick six, and they decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end, any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was, because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
Throwing on 2nd down, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Harold Landry able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The seasoned vet out of Penn State, Cameron Wake, in to drop him.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
50, plant.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Henry running right. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Tannehill now to throw, and he's got a man, Corey Davis. A pickup of 5 that time and a 1st down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Derrick Henry. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This will be taken very short.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Here we go.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. The 305-pound defensive end, Jarrell Casey, gets the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Garoppolo now. And that will be incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Harold Landry. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tartt. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle him up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to slip through.
Brings up 3rd down.
Ready up. Mike, 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch us left. Go.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 47.
Check safety. Yep. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey. Shift. Watch the shift. Out. Ready.
They'll run on 1st down. Henry. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Towards the end zone for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. Tannehill staying out there. They're going to go on fourth down. They're going to go. It's Tannehill. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Here we go, here we go. What do you need?
I'm coming after you.
Hey, gun.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
21.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go.
At their own 34-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Blitz coming, and down he goes. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Here we go on fourth down with Garoppolo. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
Here we go. What do you need?
Let's go, heavy.
Here's Garoppolo on first and 10. That's going to be caught by Samuel. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Jeffrey Simmons. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
21.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Now Garoppolo. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10.
Push him back. Push him back. Kill.
They'll try the right side with Henry. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 2nd down now. It's Henry, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
On 3rd down, Henry, and an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
On the ball.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
Extra point put through by Succop. And it's now 21-0. Joseph now to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Offense set to get this drive underway. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the run. They're running it.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Come on, fellas, here we go.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat.
looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Garoppolo to his tight end, Kittle, for a Niner first down. Garoppolo now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your number 1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off it.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest, though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstayed it, your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You on the Christ when I breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm the sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest, though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off.
Yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? In the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no. You don't want problems, yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, though.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. And we are underway from NRG.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? It just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Jahan, what are you?
Watching it back. Here we go, here we go.
Cousins gives way to Cook. He finds some open field here. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 60 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. You talk about explosion plays. Here's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, first and 10 at their own 24. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Check the backer, check the backer. Watch the safety creep.
From the 31, Watson setting up the screen for Miller. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On second down, it's Miller. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Don't get nervous. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Let's go.
From the 50, it's Watson. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 50 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Check 31. Check 31. Two. Crunch.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Space to maneuver at the 40. Cuts right. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. A big play there out of Cook. 51 yards on the ground. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone. Cook with a first down and much more. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything?
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, 69 yards. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down-the-field game here.
I'll take it. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. Watson now to throw, eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. One man in the backfield, that's Miller, second and goal. Back to throw, Watson steps away to his left.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Here's Miller. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. He's got it. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Now a run with Cook. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Now on 2nd and 13. Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 79 yards. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
40's Mike. 40's Mike. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Jam. Watch the shit.
On first down, it's Watson. Flush to his right. It's complete to Fuller. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one. 62 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's a game brings up second and a yard.
On second down, here's Miller. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Watson forced out to his left. And he will score. It's a touchdown. Deshaun Watson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken short. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. On second down, Cook. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work.
On third down, Cousins looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And this will be a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
At their own 37-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse. How's
8 ounce.
that?
8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins going deep for Dick. That's caught at the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down.
Check 43. Kill.
Again, it's Cousins out to his left. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll run with Cook. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook as the first half is winding down, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2.
Yeah, touchdown. I love it. Now it's only a 2-point game. I know it's the first half, but you got to think. Go for 2. Tie it up. Go into the locker room. What are you doing? Come on.
You're bold. You're bold.
It's real easy to be bold sitting up here rather than down there and making that decision.
We don't have to make those decisions. Either way, little time left on the clock here in the 2nd quarter. We'll see how this all plays out. Cousins now. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Dancing to his left. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
It's a party now. It's a party now. 54. Watch twins. Shoot. Check three.
The final shot before the break. Watson buying time to his left. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
What's that? Pick me up. Here we go. Tight as Ringo. Tight as on Ringo. Tight 31. 3 down. Hey, down.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And he finds Stills, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard
54
line.
is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Wild Bill.
On first down, Watson.
He's checking.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Got out of
the play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to get rid of it, live to fight another down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson being chased out left. Looking.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, before a big scene, right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now Watson on third down, escaping the pressure right. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
Right there. 55. 54.
They are going for it. Here's Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing? He is to not play too much zone.
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Shift. Check three. Hey, we got to snap it.
Throwing again is Watson. Flushed out right. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. 98, Linval Joseph. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Mike's 54.
And no time now.
Third and long, it's Watson. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
To me, the defense was a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. On fourth down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
Again, it's Cook. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Make that now 3 straight 2-yard gains.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on fourth and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Hey, Steve, sit. Steve, sit.
On fourth down, they do snap it to Cousins. And Diggs has it. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. First down, here's Cousins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Whitney Merciless barreling in for the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook, and he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Throwing is Cousins. And this is Cook with the ground. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Gun.
Check. Motion out the backfield. Motion out the backfield.
Through.
Check. 55 to Mike. Check. 50.
Hey, Delta.
I got one.
Now Cousins on fourth down. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to the ground, Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. They run it again with Cook. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Check 55, Mike. Go on, D. Hey, receiver. 55, Mike, 55. Hey, wahoo! 55, come on, guys, 55. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that is incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
They've been brilliant, perfect on 4th down so far. 3 for 3, and they're going to try again here. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off back to Sean Gibson. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. This is Miller, and he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Miller, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Eluding the pressure right. Into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas.
All tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And they, in fact, will throw it. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Daniil Hunter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Right there. 50, right there. 54, Mike. Let's go, defense.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Daniil Hunter and the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Here's Cousins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Reed. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
Hey, we got to snap it. We got to snap it.
After the interception, here's Watson. Steps away, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Man, I got you.
First six.
Check Mike 54, Mike 54.
And no timeout.
And Watson's going to throw it here. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Will Fuller was the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
24.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Over. 54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Now it's Watson. Forced out to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Here's Brian Anger now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.